If being a space marine wasn't already super
I would
soldier
put that on my
enough,
butt.
you can
It is time to enter the fandom of Warhammer. This is for the Emperor Warhammer 40k Space Marine by the Russian Badger. If you guys don't know anything about Warhammer, it's time to learn. It's time to learn, okay? Today, you are learning about Warhammer, and then we're gonna watch Bricky later on, and you're gonna learn more about Warhammer. And then you're gonna spend $5,000 on a Warhammer set that you're never gonna finish painting because you don't have enough money to even buy the paints or the brushes anymore. And then you're gonna play with unpainted miniatures, realize you actually hate this army, and that you're not good at it, and that you've actually built it unoptimized, and you just went for the ones that look cool. And then you're gonna realize, well, frick, now I'm in debt, and then you're gonna do it all over again. Welcome to Warhammer.
I came here to do two things and two things only. Purge heretics and steal property. And I already stole your property, so let's do this. Please, your heresy! For the Emperor!
Welcome to the grim darkness of the future, where fun isn't allowed, happiness is banned, peace doesn't exist, and there's only war.
Abandon reason! No, only war!
In this war, it's us versus them. Us being the Imperium of Man, led by the almighty Emperor himself.
There is no shelter for those who oppose the Imperium of Man.
And them being anybody that isn't us. For the sake of simplicity, we'll just call them Xenos.
Xenos.
And what's the only thing defending us from them, you might ask?
Space Marines! Get off my ship, Space Marines! Space Marines! Space Marines!
Genetically modified, just like the vegetables at the grocery store, only instead of staying ripe for long periods of time, they're crafted by the Emperor to purge heretics.
Die!
We're talking 2 hearts. We're talking 3 lungs. We're talking night vision. We're talking.
Also, isn't there like sacks in their like where their pee-pee would be that like has like all their memories? Don't they have like memory balls?
8 foot tall, 800-pound monsters that look like Hulk Hogan ate Boogie 2988 and covered himself in a steel suit of armor the size of a Range Rover.
There's so many Space Marines.
Think of them as religion-fueled death machines hell-bent on exterminating any race that isn't human, while also not being racist.
Racist? Space Marines aren't racist. We love all races. As long as they don't have green skin. Eat bolt gun! Or, you know, belong to a different religion. I don't know why anyone would call us racist. I'm a black priest for Emperor's sake.
So true!
We don't hate any races, except orcs, and Eldar, and Dark Eldar, and Necron, and Tau, because nobody likes dumbass weeaboo space communists, but at least they aren't trying to eat us like the Tyranids.
Glossing over all that lore that you don't need to understand, one such chapter of Space Marines are the Ultramarines. Or if we're being honest, Ultra Smurfs, that are charged with.
Can I just say the Ultramarines? Unironically, this is gonna make some people angry, but to me, the Ultramarines are like the basic white girls in the sorority classes, like the sorority dorms. Like, they're like the vanilla flavor. And a lot of people will disagree with me, saying there's other ones. I'm sorry, but Ultramarines are as vanilla as you can get. I hate to tell you.
Exterminating the orcs on one of your manufacturing planets that are stealing your shit.
The people that play, what is it? The Marine, whatever, the Ultramarines? They don't know what a kink is.
Clever of the damned orcs.
How important is this shit that they're stealing, you might ask?
Strategic value,
To be fair, I play them too.
I'm guessing that's pretty important then.
Strategic value, absolute.
That doesn't make things any clearer for the audience.
Strategic value, absolute.
You occupy the role of Captain Titus, a soft-spoken junior officer voiced by the legendary Mark Strong that's joined by an OG sergeant and a turbo-nerd subordinate named Leandros that constantly hounds you about not following a dipshit rulebook called a codex.
Is that wise, Captain? The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Shut the fuck up, Leandros.
To be perfectly clear, I beat the entire game once in its default state and had so much of a blast, I beat it again immediately afterwards, only with mods out the ass. So instead of playing as a calm and collected trip marine,
now he's a blood marine.
I played as a Blood Marine, which, if I'm being honest, was a slightly different experience. So if you're about to write this video off as heresy or confusing, I understand. I just grew up playing an RTS called Dawn of War and would rather play as a Blood Raven than an Ultramarine Smurf Blueberry.
None of this is really important. Let's start purging, and also spoiler alert, transitions are weird.
The orcs invading your planet and trying to steal your huge-ass Titan tank are a super diverse bunch, ranging from puny little orc children that shouldn't even exist.
Hey, get back here. Don't run away from me. Why do you even exist? Boy! Come on. Yeah!
All the way up to the orc war boss Grimskull
I love turning enemies into red mist.
himself, who was basically Shrek in his final form.
You trying to steal my Titans? Steal my loot? I'll rip your guts right out your throat!
Equally as diverse are the weapons at your disposal to eradicate them with, from a dinky bolter pistol all the way to a heavy bolter. Because when it comes to orcs, the caliber you're firing can never be too high.
I'm gonna need a heavy bolter for this heresy.
The quickest way to purge through scores of orcs?
Melee.
Getting up close and personal is not only the fastest way to cut through a horde of orcs with single, double, and triple hit combos, but believe it or not, it's how Space Marines heal. Yeah, that's right. These guys are so draconian, they don't need to pick up health kits, because the enemies are the health kits. Just crump some poor orc, mash your stun key until an orange skull pops up, and execute his ass for a speedy and convenient health boost.
Die, heretics!
Your melee weapon of choice is a trade-off between speed and damage. Like the chainsword is agile and great for cutting things, while you're also simultaneously already cutting things, but it's less potent against heavy armor.
I am cutting things even though I was already cutting things.
On the other hand, or rather, with both hands, the Thunderhammer handles as awkwardly as a bus, but it also hits like a bus, running a stop sign in a school zone.
Hey, yo, Orc, are you Elon Musk? I'm about to send your ass into outer space.
And you've got a power axe in between those two extremes, and I can't explain why, but it feels like you're competing in a figure skating / rhythmic gymnastics competition when you use it.
I love
and
the
I'm
axe.
oddly okay with that. If you want to get fancy.
That's the lovely music of heretics dying. Also, if you're wondering which ones I like to play, I'm trying to build a sisters. I'm trying to build sisters. Cause I want women. And then I'm gonna modify them to have massive honkers. Kill the heretics.
See, you can melee 3 times and mash stun to curb stomp multiple enemies and choke slam any motherfucker still standing.
Die, green skin!
So it's safe to say that when it comes to this move, the Emperor most definitely does approve.
I said, save! So, I think I stunned too hard. I'm stuck in the terrain. Brother, I am stuck in the terrain.
Brother, I need to watch this one more time. I'm sorry.
Terrain. Brother, I am stuck in the terrain. Where's Captain Diomedes when you need him?
Brother,
I am pinned here!
Eventually, you'll realize you can't just slice your way through the game. Chaos Marines and their pedantic piece of shit leader meme rock.
That noise cannot defeat me!
And you'll need to start firing guns if you want to survive. Or more specifically, bolters.
Bolters, brothers!
If you call this thing an assault rifle, I'm gonna break your arms, because it may be used like an assault rifle, only instead of firing a 223 the size of a crayon or a 308 the size of your finger, it fires a 998, which should actually be a 75 cal according to the lore. That's essentially like firing a self-propelled can of Red Bull that explodes after penetrating its target, making it almost into an assault rifle RPG hybrid.
How many fucking robots does this place have? Are we invading an Imperium outpost or Amazon headquarters? I should have never canceled my Prime.
You have downward variants and upward variants, like the bolter pistol in case you've got something heavy in your hands, and my personal favorite, the Stalker bolter, which is the most satisfying sniper rifle I've ever had the privilege of using.
Just like Sesame Street, you ready? And 1, and 2, and not 3, not 4, 5. I'm I'm really glad that all the orcs saw that are about to be burned, because that was embarrassing.
If you absolutely, positively have to expend as many rounds as possible, the Storm Bolter does exist, which is like a double-barreled LMG that's cool for the first 5 minutes that you use it.
The rate of fire of the Storm Bolter? Perfection. The accuracy of the Storm Bolter? Just put him anywhere that's remotely close to a target. I don't really give a shit.
But better alternatives do exist, because the game gives you 4 slots consisting of a primary, secondary, long range,
I really want to play this game.
Fuck, there's way too many fuck.
I kept the Standard Bolter and Stalker Bolter throughout most of the game because sometimes one bolter just isn't enough to stop a horde of orcs trying to crump your ass into outer space.
I'm gonna need 2 bolters for this heresy.
But once I started fighting the forces of chaos, I dropped the Stalker for the Las Cannon, or Laze Cannon, aka the Space Marine Spartan Laser that was clearly superior, because here's me killing a Chaos Marine with a bolter.
Okay, yeah, uh-huh. Okay, yeah, uh-huh.
Thank the Emperor. I was starting to think he was invincible there for a second.
And here's me doing the same deed with a Las Cannon / Laze Cannon.
By the Emperor, that's powerful.
For your heavy slot, it's all about the Vengeance Launcher, which fires sticky nades that you can personally detonate, because who wants to launch rockets when you can launch vengeance?
A vengeance
Heck
launcher.
yeah.
That sounds promising.
Even a flame-bursting shotgun exists, but all of these specialized weapons rip through ammo at an incredible pace, so honing your bolter skills is the way to go.
Purge them in flame, burn in holy fire.
Navigating the levels is obviously done by either
God, I
running
love
or
Warhammer.
rolling. Don't ask me how the hell these characters roll in this much armor. It's a long
They're
story.
superhuman.
But channeling your inner Dark Souls character to kite enemies or get to objectives faster is a significant portion of your playthrough. It's even useful in boss fights, because who needs to
just
kill
ask
orcs
them.
when you can just roll out of the way and have orcs kill themselves?
Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Yeah, that's a strike.
Crumped by a member of your own race.
On that note, there are even these little Mike Wazowski looking dudes
I
called
love these
squigs that
guys.
explode on impact and are arguably better at killing orcs than you are. So this theme of orcs killing themselves is not a new phenomenon.
Come on, Squig, merge. Merge into the group. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah.
Oh
But
my
as I was
god.
saying, you won't always be running or rolling through the terrain, because eventually you'll gain access to a jump pack, which when combined with a Thunder
Oh,
Hammer is like
yeah.
an NBA dunk contest mixed with Super Smash Brothers.
Outside of LeBron.
I am kind of sad that you get this kind of later in the game, from what I understand. It would be so nice to have earlier, but I get why.
5 seconds left. LeBron leaps. Oh my! LeBron James with a complete disregard for orc life.
Feel the Emperor's wrath.
Oh my god.
This jump pack also happens to be wonderful at getting you places in record time. It's almost like using unbridled rage as a mode of transportation.
I fucking
Me too.
love my commute.
And now that you know what you're swinging, shooting, and zooming around with, there's one thing that enhances everything, and that's called
Fury.
If being a Space Marine wasn't already super
I would put
soldier
that on my
enough,
butt.
you can channel Fury, which builds up as you purge heretics, and well,
Deliver merciless justice upon the enemies of humanity.
that means your health
Heretics!
surges. That means you hit harder. That means you turn 30 seconds of hacking and slashing into a 10-second nightmare for any enemies in your general vicinity,
Yeah!
punctuated with curb stomps that are extra earth-trembling.
Oh, that never gets
Jesus
This Fury
Christ.
becomes more and more powerful as the game goes on, and there's even a marksman mode. So if you ever wanted to enter a slow-motion bullet time mode as a badass Space Marine, here's your shot.
That's insane. Oh, goodbye.
And the only
To heaven
aspect
you
of the
go.
game that I love more than the combat, movement, and gear are the objectives. I'm pretty sure every objective in the game is either 3 words or 4 words, and that's the way it should be.
Those guardsmen cannot survive that long. We find a way to destroy the gun.
Destroy
So
the
you
gun.
may be able to criticize some stretches of the game for being just running and rolling between elevators.
Hey, look, I'm on a lift. Does anybody know if repeatedly rolling or sprinting is faster? I've been at this 200 years, I still don't know. Hey, look, a lift.
But it focuses on what it's good at, which is violent purging and eradicating any life form that
Yeah,
doesn't
the
look like
animations
you.
are so good.
Ah, stop
Not racist, by the way, guys.
resisting.
Not racist.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. I would say sorry for hitting you so hard that the game glitched, but I don't apologize to Xenos.
The story isn't all that important, seeing as the game only takes 5 to 6 hours to beat, and the best character is Orc Warboss Grimskull, because he's the only character that doesn't put me to sleep with her monologuing.
What that jaw do? What that jaw do?
I ain't finished with you yet, Space Marine!
Space Marine!
Not that my second playthrough was any better, because with all the mods I was running, none of the story made any sense.
Second Lieutenant Mira, 203rd Cadian Regiment.
It is the Bane Blade! You are in command.
I'm all that's left, my lord. That damn gun. We don't have the numbers to make an assault, and as you might have seen, it's shooting down all our support vessels.
Engaging Warp Spider! Ah! A Warp Spider!
But at least you get to hook up with some Blood
think he's a
Ravens to
little
cleanse an
crazy.
entire bridge in the end sequence, and given their history of kleptomania, I'm shocked they didn't steal anything.
Hippity hoppity, where the fuck is my property?
You're gonna hit the final boss fight with me,
True.
Rock, who's obsessed with becoming ascended for reasons that I won't spoil, but again, this game is about the gameplay, not about the story.
Damn it, I had something for this. Something, crack his wax.
It's not about the plotting, it's about the
Purging!
Purge the heretic!
And that's about it. But before I go, I wanted to mention, as of me recording this video right now, it is $7 on Steam. This is in no way a sponsored video. I'm pretty sure Relic, the guys that made it,
Warhammer.
don't even exist anymore. Of course, Sega still exists, but I don't think Relic is around anymore. So from an
That's
unbiased
crazy.
position, if you have $7 on you that you're not going to spend on your next meal, I highly recommend that you pick it up. As long as you don't let a bunch of turbo nerds drown you in lore that takes lifetimes to understand, Warhammer 40k is fascinating. So again,
Yeah, it's
$7,
really fun.
totally worth it. Thanks very much for watching, and be sure to tune in next time.